They did some Castle Nathria trinket tuning. And the thing that a lot of us, I believe, were hoping for is that the trinkets would be nerfed. Since a lot of them, especially in Arena, are hitting people for almost like half or more of their HP. It's like a ludicrous amount of damage. No, Melton, that is very true, but let me just talk about this. And from what I have seen, a couple of them got buffed. Skulking Predator got like 700 damage. Instead of dealing 56 damage, it now deals almost 6k. Huntsman's Bond got buffed 13.7k to 16.4. Splinter of Alarm. When you suffer lethal damage, it absorbs up to 15k damage from a lethal attack. When this effect occurs, you erupt in a burst of flames, dealing instead of 2874, it's now 3500 times 1 plus versatility fire damage, and recovering instead of 7.3k, it's 10.1k. Okay. Shattered Psyche. Your next 5 damaging abilities inflict Shattered Psyche, dealing 855 damage. Increasing the target's taken from Shattered Psyche by 1% for 5 seconds. Okay. So instead of it being 50%, it's 25. Okay. That's not bad. I think that would probably be like nearly like a wash. Stone Legionnaire. Proclaim your allegiance to the Stone Legion, increasing your versatility by 32. Increased by 5% for each Stone Legionnaire in your party. Sanguine Vintage. Absorb up to 5,500 and then heal for 2 times the remaining amount up to 6 seconds. Gluttonous Spike. Your damage abilities have a high chance to deal 168 physical damage and heal yourself for 3 times the damage dealt. If this overheals, physical damage is split between nearby enemies, but suppresses the lifesteal effect. I want to get to the plumage and like the dressed the dressed reborn. Hateful Chain. While you have a greater health percentage than your target, your abilities have a very high chance to deal more physical damage than it was. 261 up from 258. It's like nearly negligible. While you have a lower health percentage than your target, your abilities have a very high chance to heal you. Okay, so that heal on that got nerfed. Tuft of Smoldering Plumage. Here's another one. Infuse your ally with a tuft of Phoenix Flames, healing them for this got buffed. 6,200 up to 7,500 after 6 seconds, increased by, okay, here we go. 25% based on your target's missing health. If your ally suffers lethal damage, this effect triggers instantly. Okay, so at least this got changed. I'm okay with that. You know, that's a needed nerf. Soul Ignition, activating the Soul Igniter, sacrificing up to 3,600 health over 15 seconds to empower Blazing Surge. Reactivate to cast Blazing Surge, dealing, this got buffed, 2,600 fire damage split between enemies in a 40-yard cone. And then again, the percentage nerf, 40% additional damage based on how long Soul Igniter was active. So yeah, it seems like they're doing a lot of base number increases, but percentage decreases. I still can't believe, though, that this shit got buffed and that Splintered Heart of Alar got buffed. Oh, God, I wonder what happened to the dress thing. They fucking buffed Dreadfire Vessel. Unleash incendiary flames at your target, dealing 3,564 fire damage. This is just guaranteeing that I'm raiding. That's all this is doing. Macabre Sheet Music. 4 dance partners appear in a random party around you, granting you haste and speed. That got a small nerf. Mana Bound Mirror got a buff on the healing. Crimson Chorus, again, a small base number buff with a percentage decrease. Casting a damage spell causes your next single target heal to grant 113 leech for 10 seconds. This effect may only occur once every 30 seconds. And then finally, Glyph of Assimilation. Your target suffers 663 arcane damage for 2 seconds every 10 seconds. Every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. If your target dies while affected by this, your mastery is increased by 132 for 2 times the duration remaining on the glyph. Yeah, so I'm pretty concerned, boys. I'm not gonna lie. Especially this guy sums it up real right here. They buffed the trinkets when it needed to be nerfed those trinkets by 75% in PvP. The issue with a lot of these trinkets, like Splinter of Alarm, is you can't nerf this, right? It either is gonna work or it's not. I talked about this like a week or two ago. Maybe I think it's like probably 2 or 3 weeks now. By the time this is gonna come out, that I think certain trinkets like this, Splintered Heart of Alar and Tuft of Smoldering Plumage, these need to be disabled in PvP. And then things like Skulker's Wing, Dreadfire Vessel, they need to be nerfed in PvP. And instead, these trinkets that are just obliterating people's health bars, they got buffed. Oh man. And I don't see any notes anywhere that says PvE trinkets are not usable in PvP. You know, don't think I saw that in the Shadowlands, like the updated beta build. Let me just see if I can search trinket. No. Yeah, I'm very concerned. I'm very, very concerned that this was their first round of tuning, that Blizzard was able to look at these trinkets and said they don't deal enough damage. And yeah, maybe that's the case in PvE, but I don't know. To me, this just shows that they have not been watching any PvP content, because I don't know how you could look at, you know, Skulker's Wing and Dreadfire Vessel and be like, those don't deal enough damage. And how you could look at Splintered Heart of Alar and go, you know what? It's not good enough. Buff it. You know? So I'm very concerned. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think about these? Do you think these buffs are good? Do you think they're bad? What do you think? For me, I won't mind the... And I doubt this is going to happen. The only way to me that these buffs wouldn't be a big deal is if at some point they're going to give the trinkets a flat percentage nerf in PvP or something to that effect. You know, they're going to nerf them in PvP in some way, or just not allow them to be used, whatever the case may be. And then they do something with stuff like Splintered Heart of Alar and what's it called? The other one, Tuft of the Smoldering Plumage. But I'm not gonna lie, I was holding out a lot of hope for these trinkets, but all this is doing is just basically guaranteeing that I'm gonna raid. Because this is kind of nuts. A lot, especially, you know, as I'm gonna be playing a Feral Druid in PvP. Especially with Dreadfire Vessel. Dreadfire Vessel is literally better Dressagath because it deals fire damage, so it's not mitigated by armor. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, man. Let's get a conversation going, and yeah, I'm concerned.